We respect around these parts. Ken's 5 Spurs insider Jeff Garcia joining us on this Saturday night, hanging out in studio. And it's a learning experience, as we know. I hate to keep throwing out the crutch words like we've heard throughout the season with this Spurs team. And another one last night up in Austin, going down to the Nuggets. But like you alluded to right there, Victor, talking about Jokic and his road travel, which despite the fact that he's now the best player in the league, we can all pretty much say, it was a lot different path to get to the top than Victor, really the ugliest of ways, so to speak. So knowing that they both kind of have their own stories and their own aspirations to get to where they are, of the many things Victor can learn, what do you think is the biggest he can?
I'll give you two quick ones.
Okay, two quick.
Patience.
Patience.
It took took Joker 2 years to get to the postseason, 7 years to get to that first NBA title for Denver. I think that's going to be at top of the list, and the Spurs can speed that up starting this offseason. And then 2, can he get a TD jump shot? can he get a TD jump shot, a TD hook, something like that? Joker has made it very clear he learned his game from TD. I think he should take a page out of Joker's page of Tim Duncan's book to becoming a better player.
It's a lot of reading.
Yeah,
it's a lot of reading.
Well, he loves to read.
That is true.
Yeah, he loves to read.
That's the guy. I think you brought up a good point with the patience aspect of it, because it's going to take a lot. But remember, this was a guy when he came into the league, he was the backup to Jusuf Nurkic. He wasn't the guy. And ultimately, time played out the way he did, and here we are, probably looking at the favorite to win the MVP yet again. We're a little less than a month to go before we put a bow on this season. The season ends April 14th, 15 games to be exact. Some of the things the rest of the way are a given, like the gentleman behind me, but a lot of things are not a given with this team on many fronts whatsoever. In your mind, and I say resolve loosely, what is one of the more notable things that the Spurs need to find at least some resolve in through this last 4 or 5 weeks of the season?
Well, I'll give you 2 resolutions.
2 more resolutions.
I'll give you 2 more. One, learn, look at that roster and who's going to be sticking around for the rebuild. At this point, they got nothing to play for other than the future. So see who's going to be part of the rebuild with Wemby. So guys that are on the fringe, your Zach Collins, your Malachi Brandon, Blake Wesley, the list goes on. And second, resolve to move up them lottery odds a little bit more. I mean, at this point, you're really playing for the draft lottery, draft positioning. So put themselves in a position to get into that top 10. They are going to be in the top 10, but if they can get higher and maybe parlay that into some deal in the offseason, I think they should do that right now. But draft positioning, roster shape up heading into next season.
Spurs back tomorrow up in Austin, wrapping up their I-35 series. Tip-off at 6 from the Moody Center. We'll talk to you then, Phil.
Good stuff, gentlemen. Thank you, and we'll be right back.